folks, welcome to the People Are People podcast, life lessons learned in real time, management tip of the day. Listen, I think one of the most important things that you as a people manager can do is to facilitate quarterly touch base performance conversations with your team. Now, look, ideally, these are conversations that should be happening along the way, week to week or once a month as you're touching base with individual, team members on your team, your subordinates on your team. But the reality is, oftentimes we just get so caught up in the day-to-day life of being a people manager that it can sometimes be difficult to provide regular ongoing feedback week to week or month to month for employees. We're very quick if they're not meeting standards, ideally, to call them out on that. And occasionally we might give them a pat on the back if they do something that exceeds expectations. But when it comes to discussing where they are for the year in the way of performance and whether or not they're meeting the company goals or any potential team goals that you have put out there, I think the key thing that you have to remember is to touch base with them on a quarterly basis. And by doing so, it helps them to have an idea of where they are in the way of performance. What are the things that they need to work on to get up to standard? If they are meeting expectations, what it is they need to do to maintain that level. For those who maybe want to exceed expectations, being very clear with them about what that might look like or entail. Quarterly meetings are a great way to identify where there may be some outstanding opportunities for them to get to where it is they want to be for the year. Sometimes when we establish goals or metrics for the year that we're expecting our team to align with, some people on the team may not be getting the opportunities they need to meet those standards. So as the people manager, as you're touching base with your team each quarter, it's an excellent way for you to identify, where does the opportunity exist for me to assist the associate or the employee to getting up to those standards. So quarterly meetings, make sure you have them on deck, maintain that schedule. Even if you have to reschedule, make sure it happens within that window of time. And by the end of the year, any news that you give them won't be a shock to their system. They will know that, hey, they were meeting expectations all along, they were exceeding expectations, or there were some things that they struggled with throughout the year. And so it's not a shocker if they're not necessarily going to get the best rating for the year.